Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today, and to Safripol for giving us the opportunity to present our view on the sustainability as a machine supplier. Sorry, as mentioned earlier, French, as we said, we like to confuse our enemies. We have so many letters, and we confuse ourselves, to be honest, I think. To start with before yourself, honestly speaking. Also, I would like to say it's been very impressive to see all the discussions since yesterday morning, because most of my presentation, I will repeat pretty much many things that have been said. So I will just simply reinforce the message and try to bring the view of machine supplier and how we can contribute, be part of the solution, because what we felt is for so many years, we were in a reactive mode, always reacting to a problem, always reacting, and we want to turn the wheel and have a more proactive approach. We don't have all the right answers, I mean, everybody knows that, but we try to aim for a goal and try to bring some initiative, what the technology can achieve, and drive the discussion forward, basically. So I'm going to start by sharing our vision of sustainability, and I will focus on the technological side to start with. As injection molding, as a machine supplier, injection molding machine. So what an injection molding machine does, for the one who don't know, it processes PET or any plastic material, heated up, injected inside the mold, and it creates the shape of the bottle, preform or closure, or any medical parts, or so many applications we spoke about since yesterday. And as injection molding supplier, we try, and we not only try, we want to improve the packaging, whether it's a bottle, whether it's a closure, whether it's the packaging for food or for medical application. I will mostly focus on PET and HDPE today, because as you all know, plastic is very broad, but I will mostly focus on PET today. So we are also working with recycling, not only recycler, but machineries, how we can better integrate the injection molding machines after the material has been recycled. Because the goal is to keep valuable material out of the environment like everyone. And we also know that there is a shortage of recycled PET in the world. Even so, there is a lot of initiative ongoing. But we are also working on trying to find new material, bio-based feedstock. And over the past 2 years, we've done more than 70 trials. So it's still under development. We are not there yet. So this is basically how we see sustainability on the technological side. As I said earlier, having the best technology or the best bottle is not good enough. We have to communicate and explain to the different, and engage with the different stakeholders at a global and regional level. So we are in regular contact with our customers. We see them on a regular basis. We give them information. They give us feedbacks. But we also started to talk a lot with the legislator, because we want to shift the perception and see plastic as a solution and eliminate restriction. Same thing with, we saw this morning how some plastic congress are welcome in some countries. We believe we must play a role into educate people, consumer and youth, and we need to shift the negative perception about plastic. Because yes, it can be a problem, but it has a lot of advantages. Also within Husky, we receive a lot of training, information, feedback of how to have better practice. And it evolved quite rapidly, to be honest. And we also talk to potential investors because we want to show that the plastic industry is not a risk, it's an opportunity for growth, for investment. And we also try to bring, like what we're doing today, to have one common voice to the rest of the world, because we need to, and I think we are aligned, we need to collaborate all together, basically. So those are some examples that my colleague in North America are doing. They are doing an incredible job because Husky is based in Canada, so I forgot to say it. And we try to be present in many places, Canada, USA, Europe, India, Brazil, me being here today. Because we want to understand all the different personas and request of everyone from consumer to government official. And we want to create a value proposition and effectively reach out to every decision maker and audience as possible. Those are examples of a recent advocacy effort made in North America with a meeting in Washington or Ottawa. Also, on the top left side, we see big converter like Amcor, Plastipack, Niagara, Indorama, that are very big company. We try to have a common voice and make things move forward. Those are some examples of communication campaigns that have been done at Ottawa Airport and in the center, saying plastic can bring water to people, proper water to people that don't have access to safe drinkable water. And also plastic can save life. So, and this is an example of what we do. Also, we are engaging with consumers through social media. This is an example of a campaign that has been done earlier this year, May to July. And together with NAPCOR, Husky has joined forces with Niagara and other influential industry stakeholders to work on 4 main areas. Again, communication, collaboration. I don't need to, I feel I repeat everything you've said already. How to keep on improving the recycling the recycling stream, because there are many, technology has advanced a lot, but we're not saying we are providing the right, always the right answer. We want to keep on evolving. Also education, and also engaging a lot with local government officials. Just to say, Husky is part of many plastic associations throughout the world. And because we believe there are many solutions for the plastic pollution. And from what we see those past 2 years, it turned from legislation coming first to big brand owner committing very aggressive target, but setting recycled content targets, not waiting for legislation to come up. We know, I mean, you know about extended producer responsibility, and plastic, as you know, is designed for circularity. It has some challenges, but it is designed for circularity. And if we consider holistic life cycle evaluation of all the material, if we look at how it can preserve and protect, the impact on such as deforestation, water usage, carbon emission and waste and mining, and also availability, affordability, and scalability, plastics are often the best and most suitable material when considering those factors. I mean, like you all know those. I don't need to go into details about how plastic preserve and protect. Same thing for food security. It preserve and protect food, and also it brings more affordable healthcare. And so plastic have made over time a safer and better, more affordable healthcare system. PET has a superior environmental footprint compared to other material. And we all have the same goal. We are trying to move from a linear economy to a circular economy. And I like this slide because we can see on the right side how Mother Earth works in terms of all. The Mother Earth has somehow a closed loop system. Nothing is wasted. However, it may take decades. And if we look on the left side, we use the example of Ice River in Canada, which has, it's an ideal situation where they have their own bins, they have their own collection trucks, their own recycling machines. Preform machine and filling line. And a lifetime of a bottle is a bottle to bottle can be as short as 6 days. I know it's ideal, but it's just to show it is possible. And our goal is uniting the system, as I just said, by, and I will now jump into more into the packaging side. You will see in the middle there is what we call the iconic bottle. So it is possible with the technology to produce one bottle with one polymer, from the closure to the bottle. So the PET closure is going to be available end of this year, beginning of next year. We also can produce a bottle that is made up to 100% recycled PET. And there is solution also to remove the label, which would reduce the impact of ink, paper, and glue on the recycling stream. So some example of the label-less bottle. So it's either with still the display of the content, barcode, QR code, and some more view of the PET closure, which can be attached to the bottle, tethered, like in the EU. And those products are already in the market, made out of 100% recycled PET. There is a lot of communication behind that. Of course, we know it's not possible to do all the bottle made with 100% recycled PET, but it's just to show it is possible. Intermediate steps between the current closure you have on the bottle there and the PET closure. There is what we call the tethered closure, which is mandatory in the EU since last July, where the closure has to remain attached to the bottle. And what surprised us, we have more projects outside of the EU than within the EU. It's very surprising. And we see here are some examples of premium bottle in South Korea, in China, or in Europe, where it's a complete label-less bottle. How the design is made is it's inside the mold when the preform is blown. And pretty much takes the shape of the mold, and we have some mostly application in Europe and South Korea with this design, and China also started to come up. An interesting fact that I wanted to add, in South Africa, the waste pickers are doing an incredible job, but I can speak for myself, like where I grew up, the recycling rate is very bad. And here are some examples of what has been done in Lithuania or in Oregon in North America. By implementing the deposit return system, the collection rates has increased substantially in a few years' time. The usage of recycled PET brings another variability into the current equations. So conversion technology, we know, injection molding machine, application, it can be water, juices, soft drinks, process set point. We know how to make a process, it's stable, we have a lot of experience, but bringing rPET into the equation presents some challenges because this resin is much very sensitive. And using the same different batch coming from the same supplier can change. So we had to adapt, and I don't want to be too complex in the discussion, but just to show we had to redesign the injection molding machine to be able to answer those needs. More control, more closed loop system in order to better manage and act very quickly to minimize the incoming contamination, to have a process which is more stable and maximize uptime and bottle quality. And to finish, here are some examples of application throughout the world. So starting from Canada with Ice River, which are very close to our head office. As I said, for us, it's an ideal situation because they own the whole recycling chain. There is a lot of also initiative of lightweighting in the US, but we mentioned the US, but it's around the globe. Even here, you saw with this, the bottle you have in front of you. We try to help with collection rate in the EU also. We are part of the discussion for the tethered closures. I mentioned two names, in Italy and Egypt, Nestlé and Coke, who has set up complete recycling plant from, like Alpla showed us yesterday. And in India recently, the government did allow the usage of rPET. We were part of those discussions. And in Japan, we have a machine that process the resin directly in line with the recycling equipment, which normally it's in 2 stages, and it takes it adds a lot of constraints. In Japan, we have 3 systems. It's very recent, where we combine both systems in a direct indirect line. It's not easy to maintain, but it is possible. It's just to show. I'm not saying everything would work. We just want to say the technology is ready to evolve. It is evolving, and there is a lot of possibilities, and we want to be part of the solution, collaborate, as you all said since yesterday. So thank you.